across these three bridges. In New York City, we have some 1,000 miles of dedicated bicycle lanes. We are trying to become a bicycle-friendly city. The neighborhood after the Manhattan Bridge and before the Brooklyn Bridge, that is Dumbo here in Brooklyn. Dumbo stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. D-U-M-B-O, Dumbo.
Pwede akong anak isa po. Rafa.
That used to be an industrial neighborhood. Those used to be warehouses and factories. The brick structure, the old brick structure that used to be the tobacco warehouse, and the Dumbo clock tower used to be a carton box factory. Now, the factory is a residential apartment. Anne Hathaway, the actress, used to have two adjoining apartments there. When she was asked, why do you need two apartments? She said, I need the other one for my closet. So that's Dumbo. The average rent here in Dumbo is $4,000 a month. Living in those former factories and warehouses. Now the Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge, built by some 5,000 Irish,
Brooklyn Bridge,
German, African, and Chinese workers. And they were paid $2 a day to build that bridge. And when that bridge was completed in 1883, it was the tallest structure in New York, the first steel-wired bridge, and the longest suspension bridge in the world.
Mas ganahan pa ko ani kay sa
Notice
bus,
there are two
ha?
American flags on top of the bridge. Several years ago, two German nationals went up the bridge, took down those American flags, replaced them with white flags. At first, the police thought it was an act of terrorism. White flags over the Brooklyn Bridge are surrendering, the police asked. And when the German nationals were safely back home in their country, far from the reach of the NYPD, they said, no, we're not terrorists, we're artists, we simply want to commemorate the anniversary of John Roebling, the German engineer who designed this bridge. And when this bridge was completed in 1883, New Yorkers referred to it as Roebling's Boulevard in the sky. It was literally a highway in the sky. It was higher than the skyline of Manhattan back then. New York City back then had at most 6-story high buildings. And this was quite a sight to behold, the Brooklyn Bridge. This neighborhood coming up here in Brooklyn is called Brooklyn Heights. It's the priciest neighborhood in all of Brooklyn. The average rent of a one-bedroom apartment there is $4,500 a month, $4,500 a month. And Matt Damon, 2 months ago, he moved into Brooklyn Heights. Coming up here in the Manhattan side is a newly built structure. 2 years ago it was completed. That is Pier 17, which replaces the former Pier 17 that was totally destroyed by Hurricane Sandy. In 2012, Superstorm Sandy brought some 8-foot storm surge over here, destroying the former Pier 17. Now that new structure is set to withstand future hurricanes. There's an event space on the rooftop, and a lot of upcoming singers, celebrities, and entertainers have performed there. And this is the South Street Seaport. Those two ships at the port, the gray and the red, they have been converted into museums. They tell the story of New York City from the port's perspective. And New York City was a major seaport that contributed to it becoming a great city. We have 300 museums in the city, and these are 2 of them.
Wala itong gintuan siya, no?
notice there's an unfinished building here on the South Street. Seaport, that is, construction was stopped last year, April last year, because they discovered that that building was leaning 4 inches to the north. And so the city stopped construction, the contractor and the developer battling it out in the courts. So we need